to address how you might approach that. So I've just posed some considerations or some questions as to why you might think there's something to pay attention to or some problem there. What should you be doing to address that? And really, the way we think about it is in pairing a couple solutions. So I've already spoken about Safe to Send, and you may already be familiar with it. What we're really introducing today is ListGuard, and that's really an ongoing email protection service that really builds on Safe to Send. If you think of Safe to Send as your one-time check, where you're using it on a web form or you're using it historically on a data set that you may have, think of ListGuard as the tail on that, the insurance on that, and the continuation of that protection to always be looking at that email address and say, oh, we noticed that this previously good address, this previously Safe to Send email address, is now no longer good. You should remove it from your file. And the goal with ListGuard is to make that sort of painless for the email marketer, because we know this isn't your core function. This isn't the thing you want to be spending your time on. But we also realize your email address list is a big component of whether you're going to be successful with your job. And so let me dig into what that looks like. So it starts with Safe to Send, as I mentioned. A ListGuard client would have any of their Safe to Send email addresses passed to the ListGuard platform, and then receive alerts basically based on continuous monitoring of those email addresses, to where we would then say, hey, take these out. We're going to provide those email addresses back to you for suppression or for investigation, however you want to handle it. And you could automate that, of course, if you want that to happen behind the scenes. But the idea is we recognize that Safe to Send and other, even if you're just sending emails, suppose you're not even using a third-party solution, suppose you're just sending an email, that's a snapshot in time. Just because your delivery happened today or because we said something was Safe to Send today doesn't mean it will be that way tomorrow. And so the idea is just, turn that service into a continuing thing that helps protect your file over time. And we've seen some reasons, right, why that could be important to you, because things change in the real world. We get better with our service. Your system might need a third-party audit, right? Are you really removing everything you think you're removing? Those are some of the considerations, right? If we look back at those couple of companies that I shared some of the numbers on, what the use of ListGuard has really done for them is this preemptive alerts column. And what we mean by that is basically for each of those companies, they've had 60-ish opportunities to remove email addresses before they sent to them and before they would cause a problem with their email reputation. So think of each of those 67 or 63 times as just being a quick alert that could be automated on the back end to remove problematic addresses and prevent a problem from occurring. For example, a spam trap hit, a blacklisting, some sort of threshold of spam complainers, something like that. And really what that looks like is just a brief email to the contact at the client, and then an explanation and an opportunity to remove problematic addresses in a variety of categories. So that happens on a weekly basis for those ListGuard clients. And really the benefit, and I'm kind of happy that we've been working with clients on a variety of levels to this point and over some time since mid last year on these services, is really that you get to rely on your email address list for what you hope it is, for what you believe it to be, which is a great asset to growing your revenue and meeting your goals. And that's really the takeaway for you, is that you kind of can, on a hands-free basis, kind of think about your data quality as being taken care of. You're working with a company whose sole focus is really to drive the quality of their clients' email address files.